right, everyone, welcome into our 2025 Somerset Berkley Boys Basketball Tournament Preview Show. I'm Keegan Hamblett. I'll be the host of this preview show. I'm joined tonight by three of our varsity basketball players. Do you guys want to introduce yourselves?
I'm Bjork. I'm a senior captain, and I play forward.
I'm Brandon McDonald, also known as Biz. I'm a guard and a captain.
I'm a junior guard named Colten Pacheco.
All right, so first question I want to ask you guys just wrapped up your regular season earlier this week, finished 19-1, which is the best regular season record in program history. What does it mean to do it, especially this year when 10 out of your 13 varsity players are seniors?
It feels good to do it, making history, but job's not finished, Doesn't matter what we do in the regular season. It's postseason now, but everyone's 0-0 and just one game at a time.
It's really cool, like record-wise, to be like the best team in school history. But job isn't finished. Just like Biz said, we want to win it all.
It feels good on the best record, but it'll feel even better if we win like the whole championship. So.
Now, speaking of championship, you guys knew you had to beat King Philip by a lot in order to end up getting to the 6th seed, which you guys did. We're going to take a look at that bracket in just a second. But it's always tough going back to back, never mind having to win that game by 10 points to get as high as you can. Brendan, just talk about the pressure that was going on going into that championship game against the D1 side.
I mean, it's a little pressure, like every game is like having to win, especially with power rankings now. But I mean, they were in the same spot. They had a back-to-back as well. And, I think it was a level playing field. And I think we just had energy, knowing we had to win for the record of the best record in history. So I think we had that momentum. We started off strong. We never let up.
And Colten, you guys have any input you want to put on that?
Yeah, I think it was really important because we were going into that game. We were number 10 in the rankings. That's only one home game, so I think that was a big, crucial game for us to get those 2 home games secured.
I feel like that was a big one for us. We knew we had to win by more than 10, and I think that was like our best like team win of like the season. One was like energetic, and Max MVP Finlaw had a really good game. So.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this season shouldn't have come as a surprise in terms of the regular season because you guys went 18-2 last year. The only senior you ended up losing was the guard Mason Medeiros, and now he's back on the team as an assistant coach. What's it like having him back around and maybe helping to pave the way for some of the younger guys on the team?
It feels good with Unk back, He's kind of like he's experienced playing with us, so like he helps kind of like level it out, like kind of what the coaches don't know. Like they didn't experience like playing as much as he did, especially like as recently. So it kind of just adds that like younger factor to the coaching staff. Our coaching staff's young, by the way, but it's that extra youth that's like a fresh student, fresh player.
Yeah, it was fun having Unk on the coaching staff because like he's like the only one not on the team that's like actually played with us before. So he gives like good input, and he knows the ins and outs of all the players that he played with last year.
Really fun to have Unk at practice. I love him. What a great guy.
You guys have gone 2 regular seasons in a row now without losing a road game because the only loss this year that was against Durfee, although it was at their place, it was a tournament game, so it technically counts as a neutral site game. You guys have proved you can win whether it's at a neutral site, at home, on the road, and I think come state tournament time, I'll start with Finn, that's a really important trait to have.
Yeah, I agree. I think being able to like play under pressure in like a hostile environment is really important for like come playoffs. I think because these teams they're gonna bring these playoff games get pretty rowdy. So I think we're gonna be ready for it.
Next thing I want to talk about is the team strengths and weaknesses. Obviously, the last couple of years, you've only lost 4 combined games through the last 2 seasons. There's obviously stuff that has worked, and then there's stuff you can improve on. Colten, is there maybe one aspect from the team that maybe could use a little bit of work going into the state tournament?
Really just helping Finn with rebounding because, like I like to leak out when the shot's up, but I feel like I need to stay in, help rebound, and box out. Because sometimes like Finn can't get every rebound, and even if Finn like boxes someone out, he can't really like get the rebound every time.
And you guys are an interesting team too because unofficially on the stat sheet, you guys are listed for a starting lineup of 4 guards and 1 forward, with Finn being the forward. But sometimes you either get you, Colten, or even Dominic too, that acts as that combo guard or forward. So it's always nice that you can have guys out. I'll ask Finn the question that you could just get some help down there, and there's guys that can play multiple positions on the court.
Yeah, it's really it's been a big help because I think the guy was out earlier in the year, so I think the guys had an opportunity to really like work on getting rebounds on their own. And from last year, I can really see like a big difference in like their ability to help me like down low. Like I can just box out and someone will swoop in and grab the ball, and we're on the break.
Now, Brendan, you've been a part of the starting lineup really since your freshman year of high school. What's something that maybe through the last 2 years has been a big strength for this team that maybe you didn't see it during your underclassmen years?
Definitely our defense and pace. Our defense has gotten a lot better over the years, and that leads us to like push the ball and get easy layups, such as Clark. He runs the floor really well, and he's able to get outlet pass and get a layup, and he scores very efficiently in transition. So
Now, we had the bracket draw yesterday afternoon. You guys already know you're the 6th seed. You're going to play the play-in winner. I think it was Bishop Stang in Minneshaug or whatever school it was. Is that right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
are you guys going to be traveling to that game? I believe it's on Tuesday night. Are you guys going to go and watch that game, see what the two teams are like?
I think our coaches are going. Not
Isn't
fully
that 2 hours
sure, but
away?
we're definitely have some film on it, and we've been watching film on both teams, so we should be ready.
I think the coaches are traveling up.
Yeah,
That'd be nice.
very far. It's like 2 hours.
Yeah, talk about we're going to get to the girls' side later on in this. The girls'
Yeah.
side, they got to go to Longmeadow for their
Oh,
play-in game.
yeah, that's
I'm
far.
probably going to end up going to cover that one too because I'm not as far for it.
Oh, yeah, that's still a little bit of a hike, though, no?
That's
Wait,
It's about an
how
hour
far
15
is
from here.
that?
Oh, that's not
Yeah,
terrible.
for me, it's an hour 15.
Yeah.
But we brought up Bishop Staying. I can only imagine what that gym environment is going to be like on Friday if it ends up being Somerset Berkley versus Bishop Staying. If the Spartans can pull off the upset, they're two schools separated by maybe 15 minutes away from each other. What could we expect to see inside the vet if that matchup happens?
I think you see the same thing either way. We're gonna have energy no matter who we play, and if it's more local, they'll probably have more fans than Minichog, but you can't doubt them. Burncoat last year had a lot of fans
Yeah.
for how far they were away. So playoffs fans travel, so it's gonna be the same
I
environment,
think
I
either way, that
feel.
gym will be electric.
Yeah.
I think Burncoat got matched up against Dartmouth round one, so I'd be really
Yeah.
surprised to see how that matchup goes because
Yeah.
Dartmouth's an interesting team because they've got talent everywhere. Sometimes it's just hard for some of the players to mesh together and play well. And I think that's
Joe Hahn.
you guys have. What is it?
My boy Joe Hahn.
Well, Valdez?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they've got a great starting five there. I do wish Dartmouth the best. They do got to go, I believe, on the road to Burncoat, but that should be a
Yeah.
really interesting game. We'll take a look at the bracket in a second. Colten, the next question I'll ask for you. You guys have really been the talk of town for the Somerset Berkley side. We're seeing crowds inside the vet that we've never really seen before up until the state tournament last year. It hasn't been as many students, but you get the parents, some of the former alumni that are all coming back to watch this team. What does it mean knowing like you guys are the talk of town in Somerset and Berkeley?
It feels really good that like all the parents like that there's a lot of parents come to the games and like it's not like they're just like watching. They're also like they're like cheering, clapping, all that, and hopefully like it's playoffs now. We'll have like more students going to the games because I feel like that'll help us like beat like these teams traveling from far away because it's like a loud environment where like fans cheering for us.
What do we think the student theme should be for the first game on Friday? What do you guys want it to be?
Oh, that's
Max
a good
normally comes up
question.
with that.
I think we'll be brainstorming this week.
Yeah, we're gonna have to brainstorm about that.
For me, it's like you got to do one that's like it's some of them they're hard to do. Like I know a lot of the times you have a neon or a pink out, and not really everybody has that kind of stuff. If it's
Yeah.
me, it would be a white out every single game. But
Yeah,
that's
that's what I'm saying, Keegan.
We haven't done a
Yeah.
whiteout this year. We haven't
We
done a
like the
whiteout.
diverse themes every once in a while, though.
so. You guys haven't had a whiteout this year?
I don't
No, we
think so.
have.
No, we did black
DR.
against. Oh yeah.
DR was white out.
No, but some of the themes you guys come up are really what was the not the business casual? There was another stupid one you guys had.
Yeah,
Oh,
was it-
the animals.
That was funny.
No,
You weren't a fan?
I remember I posted that on my story because I post every game day post. And I'm like, I guess we're dressing up like animals. It was like that was the dumbest thing we've ever done. Hey, it worked though. You guys won by 30 points on that one.
Yeah, we did.
Let's see. I am going to share my screen. We are going to take a look at the bracket real quick. See if I could share this. All right. Can everybody see this as I'm trying to set
Yeah,
up?
it's really zoomed in.
Yeah. See, I can't zoom out. I don't know why it won't let me. But you guys are on this.
We're bottom right.
Yep. You guys are right over here.
Yeah.
There you are right there. So there's your first matchup. We already know Friday at 6:30. Then the matchup right below you, that's going to be an interesting one to see what goes on between Leominster and Agawam. I believe Agawam had the harder strength of schedule, but Leominster just had the better win margin. Obviously, we start at round one. So is there anything you want to credit Minichog or Bishop staying at all for something they really do well, and maybe you guys will have to work on it come Friday if you have to play any of them?
Staying challenged us last year. We only won by 10. And it was a lot closer than a 10-point game. You know, we had to come back in the half. Shout out Jacob Loro, played really well that game. So we're gonna have to make sure we stop them. They have a very good guard. And Minichog, they look big on film. Haven't seen them in person, but we're gonna have to make sure we rebound and play defense in that one. So
Now, I think you guys lucked out being the 6th seed. I was saying the whole time I didn't want 8 or 9. 6 was probably the highest you were going to get because the other side of the bracket. Oh, whoops. What the hell happened? Yeah, so on this side, the left side of the bracket, there you go, right up top, Malden Catholic. You won't have to worry about them until potentially a state championship game. The 2 seed up top on this side is Mansfield, and if we get there, you guys will have them at a neutral site. You beat them by 14 points last year, but similar to you guys, the really only main starter that they lost was the big guy in Trevor Foley. So this could play out very similarly to what we saw last year. Finn, I know we're looking at maybe Pope Francis. That's probably going to be the toughest one if you guys go all the way to the Elite Eight. But it always starts at round 1, round 2. You got to take the games at home.
Right. I mean, we can't be looking forward to the Elite Eight or Final Four yet, or even the final, because we haven't won anything yet. We're 0-0, just like every other team. So we're just going to take it one game at a time, win our home games, hopefully maybe even get a third, depending on how the bracket works, and just take it one game at a time.
Now, what's the main expectation? Like, obviously, it's win a state championship, but do you think if you guys are able to beat Mansfield, let's say you guys go to the state championship game, okay? You guys fall to Malden Catholic at Lowell in the state championship. Would you guys still say it's somewhat of a successful season because you guys went further than last year and ended up going to the championship first time? And I have no idea how long. I don't know if Tony Gaffney ever made it.
I think you went to the Final Four.
Yeah.
yeah, I have no clue. But I mean, obviously, like hindsight, like looking back in the future, it'd be like, yeah, like we really did a lot making it that far potentially. But in the moment, I know a couple people on this team will probably be upset. I would be one of them. But, you know, so, I mean, obviously we want to go as far as we can. But if that were to happen, that situation, looking back a couple of years in the future, it'd be like, yeah, that was pretty cool. We made it this far. But right now, I'm not thinking about that personally happening.
Now, I want to talk about our girls basketball team because I really think they surprised everybody. Earlier in the year, they were 6 wins, 9 losses. They had to win 4 out of 5. They had that thriller at home against New Bedford High School. They won that one in overtime. That was just a great back and forth game. First year coach and Emily Travis, she helps around the school every now and then. How great would it add on to the whole Somerset Berkley basketball program as a whole if they can go to Longmeadow and pull off an upset on Tuesday?
I think that would be electric for them because I mean they were 6-9. They won their 4 of their 5 last games, so they really earned a playoff spot. And I've talked to some of the players on the team, and they're ready to go. They're ready to take the trip up to Longmeadow. Maybe pull off an upset.
Colten, Brendan, you guys have anything you want to say about the girls team?
You got me, Mark?
Yeah. If they take home this win, I feel like they'll make some noise and like teams will start talking about them because they're on like such a good like hot streak. So, and they pull out an upset. So
yeah,
they're also a young team too. I think they have one senior on the team.
Lexi Philippe's the only senior.
Yeah, so I mean, it could be like similar to a team like us, have a lot of people returning, make some noise even next year. Because right now they're in a playing game. If they win, but like realistically, expectations are expecting them to go to the championship. But you never know. In D1 soccer, 32 seed won it all, so they can make some noise.
I still can't believe girls soccer. They had an 18-0 regular season, went to the Elite Eight, and again under a first-year head coach in Musa Traore. They hit the nail. They hit the nail on Coach Emily Travis because she coaches volleyball and girls lacrosse. She led girls lacrosse to a win. Nobody was expecting them to win a game last year in their first operation. So props to Coach Travis and the Somerset Berkley girls basketball team. We wish them the best. Hoping on the side they win, obviously, because I'm going to be making a trip. If not, if they do win, they're going to get scheduled on Friday. They might take some of the fans away from you. But you know what? We get score updates if you do that at the guys' game. What were you going to say? I thought you were going to say something.
No, I didn't. I wasn't going to say anything.
All right, that's all good. We have team superlatives we're going to go over now. So I got 5 categories. We're each going to pick a player, and we'll go from there. We'll go Finn, Brendan, and Colten for each of the answers. First category, 6th man of the year. Who are you giving that to on the team?
Oh, is it me first?
Sure. I said you.
Oh, okay. 6th man of the year, I'll go Louis or Alex Crook. Yep. He's our energy, our defense off the bench. And I mean, Dom's getting tired, and we need someone to face guard their best player. Louis is the guy to go to. He's moves his feet really well on defense and gets out on the break. So that's my 6th man.
Yeah, I probably got Louis too, but Jacob and Kellen, sharpshooters off the bench. They deserve their credit too.
Definitely gonna pick Louis. Really good defender. He clamps me up at practice. I'm like scared to drive by him. So probably Louis.
Yeah, it's either Alex Crook or Jacob Laura, but I'll say it's not easy when Finn was hurt at the beginning of the year. It's not easy for someone, which Jacob Laura did, to come in and fill those kind of shoes. And guys went 3-1 without Finn at the start of the year. You can't really complain about that. The only loss was against a D1 side in Durfee. So
shout out Kellen Langlois too.
Yeah, Kellen Langlois. He might be the answer to our next question is who's the most underrated player on the Somerset Berkley side? Finn, start with you.
Yeah, I'll go Kellen or Max Finlaw. Kellen, he last year he was on JV and he made the step to varsity this year, and he shot really well for us and when I was out. And also Max, I feel like he does the stuff that you don't really see. Like he plays good defense, he gets steals. He gets out of the break. He passed it out to Colten a lot for fast break layups. So yeah, those are my 2 guys.
Brendan?
Yeah, I got the same as Finn, kind of. Look, Kellen Max. I was gonna say the other one he didn't pick, but he picked both. So yeah, they both.
You can say the same answer. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I want some diverse answers. So
I got a different answer. You got a different answer.
All right.
Mine is definitely Zach King. Me and him have battles in practice when we do scout team and stuff. Me and him have really good battles, really good defender. And when he steps on the court, he gives it his all. Always hustles, gets rebounds, and sometimes that's tough jellies. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
my choice would be Kellen Langlois. I want to look up what his 3-point percentage is this year because it's got to be somewhere near 40%. That guy's
it's like in the 50s, I think.
Yeah, it's like high
Yeah, it's
40s.
in the
Yeah.
50s.
he's lights up.
And considering it's a first-year varsity player too, props to Kellen. I give him a
Yeah.
lot of credit. We have about 8.5 minutes left. We'll go quick through the rest of these. Team MVP, Finn, who are we giving that to?
Team MVP. Oof. I'll go Biz. I'll give my team MVP to Biz. He sophomore year he was like a major scorer for us. He's doing all the offense, but he's taking like scoring wise, he's taking a step down, but he still he runs the offense. He dishes it to everyone. He gets steals just like Max Colten. He gets steals. He does everything for us. So I'll go Biz.
Thank you, Finn. MVP. Honestly, I feel like we don't have MVP. Like we're very balanced, like in our starting five. Like Max was the MVP in the tournament. There's games where Finn's been MVP. There's games when Clark's been the MVP. Dom's been the MVP some games. Like we have a very deep team, I feel. So I feel like we don't have like a specific MVP. So I'd say the whole starting five's the MVP.
Yeah, I agree with Biz. Like it's so even.
No, I give you that because I want to know how many games you guys have had where it's only been the starting five that score. You guys have 5 guys out there where everybody can score. That you don't see that all the time with all of these teams. Next one is there's only 2 guys that are gonna have a choice at winning this one. Who's the fan favorite that's on the team?
Wait, can I go first on this one?
Yeah, Cole, go first.
Caden Rayum.
Really?
We see the
Really?
most Rayum. You said we want Rayum. We see the most Rayum chance out of anyone on the crowd. So definitely Rayum. And then every time he's in the game, you know the bench be cheering for him. So definitely him. And you don't know about the bus rides, the Rayum chance on the bus.
Brendan, Finn?
I got Curtis, Kevin Dos Santos. I feel like he's a fan favorite. He gets the most we want Curtis chance. So I got Curtis.
My answer will be I'll go Zach King, aka 3. He's an electric spark off the bench, and he's a really funny guy. So and I think the crowd knows it.
I'm really surprised someone that doesn't get a lot of cheers when they come in as Max Hansen because he always does his Instagram posts like, I had a great time at this dance. And I feel like he's loved at Somerset High. I'm surprised he doesn't get more, but fan favorite, I think it's Zach King. That's my choice.
Wait. Biz and Finn, did you guys notice in the first quarter that he was eating a chocolate cake on the bench?
That's great.
I think he said something about it. I didn't know that.
I'm in the corner and he says, "Watch out, Isaac's in the corner." And then I look at Hanson on the bench. I just see he has a fork and a plate, and he's eating a chocolate cake.
All right, we got 4 minutes. We got to get through these last 3 pretty quick. We'll go Finn, Brendan, Colten, most improved player on the team. This could be somebody that was on JV last year too. Who's most improved?
Most improved? I'll say one you probably wouldn't expect. I'm going Colten. Only because last season ended. I didn't really see any of them play basketball for a while. And then the first summer league game, I saw Colten hit like a bunch of threes, and I thought he really improved his shot, and he was working on his game in those 4 or 5 months that we didn't really see each other play basketball. So that's my answer. I think Colten was most improved from last year.
I like Colton to improve, but also Louis. He really didn't have much of an offensive bag last year, but his bag definitely expanded. So I got Louis as well.
I have to go actually Finn Bjork because he got injured and then his first game back, he came back 100%, even better than last year without really coming off an injury too. So I have to go with Finn.
Yeah, I'd probably go with Alex Crook because just the step up that I've seen from him compared to last year. I think that's something that he's done very well. This one's going to be an interesting one. I want to hear about this and go whatever route you want to go on this. Who is someone in the community, the Raider community, that doesn't get as much recognition as they should for your success? I'll give you some examples that I have on here. Athletic director, Mr. Francis, for maybe constructing, helping you guys get these events out there more. Them bringing in concessions for really the first time to keep the fans energized, maybe if they want to get a drink or some food. And then I put in Harry Wilkinson, too, with singing the anthem and stuff, getting the crowd hyped up before the game. You guys can go any route you want to.
Oh, I got one. I feel like it's Miss Monaco.
Yes.
She's always at the table, and every time I see her in school, she says hi to me and wishes me good luck and stuff. So really positive.
No, that's a go. I love working with Miss Monaco at the table. She's awesome.
I got a sleeper pick. The people don't give enough credit. The janitors, they open the gym for us for practices. They clean the court. They're supportive of our team. They're very following of our team, and they're just great for the community.
They're all great guys. I love when they come to our games and like I see them in school and stuff. I say what's up. But my answer, Keegan, is actually you.
Oh my God.
Just you being on the PA and you post on Instagram. You repost all of our things. You get people to go to the games and just good member of our community.
No, I appreciate that, Finn. For me, it's anybody a part of our game day staff, whether that's Miss Ferris, Mr. Talbot selling tickets, Miss Mollicombe, Mr. LaRue, and especially Sheila, you guys are scorekeeper. She's been there forever. She comes to everything. I think she's been there. She said she was there since Miss Mollicombe was a student and she was playing basketball. So I had some fun stepping in to do the book for some of the girls' games this year. Last question. Favorite moment during your time so far at Somerset Berkley? Favorite playing moment?
Colten, take this one first. I got to think about this one.
I got to think of this one, too.
We got a minute and a half.
I'll go. Favorite playing moment was probably the Elite Eight game against Mansfield last year, winning that and going to the Final Four for the first time in many years. So that was probably my favorite playing moment.
I got one. This one's like not really serious. Like freshman year, I had to guard Biz every day in practice. I absolutely cooked me every single day. I walked to practice, got fried every single time, and that really helped me play defense coming years after that. So probably my best moment actually.
Ben?
For mine, I'll go just our playoff run in general. Well, for me, especially the Canton game, that was a big game for me. But just the playoff run with this team, on a lot of teams, is like you're just there to play basketball. Like these are my guys for life. So I really enjoy truly enjoy going to practice with this team.
All right, we got 45 seconds. I'm going to go quick. Mine, the Canton game. Mason getting everything going at the beginning and the end. Colten coming in fourth quarter, filling in for Max. Who had 4 fouls. That was unreal. I appreciate that. All right, welcome back for part 2 of our Somerset Berkley basketball preview show. We're joined by another one of our senior members, Max Finlaw. A little late to the party, but that's okay. Oh, yeah. How's it going?
Wonderful, Keegan. How are you?
I'm doing all right. Having fun with the boys. You can't get much better than that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, really.
So we just went over team superlatives. I'm going to ask you pretty much the same questions that I just did with them. The first one we had was, who's the team 6 man? Who's the number 6 guy on the team?
Oh, team 6 man. We got a lot of great bench players, but you got to go with Louis, Alex Croak.
Yeah. That's who all 3 of you said, right? Is that who you guys said?
Yeah.
I said the stuff that he's been able to do defensively this year is it's pretty awesome, especially for a smaller guard.
Yeah, I said it was Alex or Jacob Loro.
Yeah.
It's either those 2 are always the first 2 off the bench.
Yeah.
What's up?
I like your corset.
Thank you, Clark. You can borrow it whenever you go on a fancy date again.
Thank you.
Who's going on it? I'll cut this part out. Who's the date?
Clark's girl.
Yeah, who's the girl?
You don't know.
No, don't worry. I don't need to know that. Most improved player on the team compared to last year. It could be somebody that was on JV last year. Too.
I'm gonna say Colton. He was great last year, but like this year he's just stepped up his game in every aspect. You know, he used to kind of be a bit out of control. I mean, obviously he's still a bit out of control at times, but like he's settled it down quite a bit. You know, he's having a great year. Yeah. So I would say Colton.
That was Finn's choice. That was Finn's choice.
That was my answer, Max.
Who did Biz say?
Louis.
Oh yeah. Louis another good pick.
I had Alex.
But like I feel like Louis could have done this. He's like the exact same player as he was before. I think it's just more opportunity for him this year. Whereas with Colton, I think he really stepped up as like individual.
Nah, Louis' bag got deeper.
Team MVP. I know you won Crosby Kudo MVP, but just team MVP for the
Oh, team MVP. This is hard. I'd say Finn, if I'm gonna be honest, because I was telling him this the other day. I was like, no offense to Finn, but as we say, he's the least skilled guy, but I think he has the biggest impact on the team. Like if you took him out of our starting lineup, I think that would be the most impactful. So I would say Finn's the team MVP.
You would think Finn is the most skilled because he gets all pissed off after every single miss.
Yeah, that's probably true. I mean, like ball handling wise, we have this conversation a lot because somebody was trying to tell us the other day that Finn was the worst starter, and I don't know, I wasn't having that.
Wait, I know who this is. Was it Johnny?
It was Johnny, bro.
I was with them last night.
Yeah, so I mean, I would say Finn. I mean, you could say Brandon, you could say Colton, you could say Dom. Either like it's like there's a lot of ways you could go with. I would say Finn though, but Dom also because just what he does defensively every single game is unreal. But I would say Finn.
Who's the most underrated player on the squad?
Ooh, underrated. Honestly, I'm gonna say I would say Biz just because I think like a lot of stuff that he does too just like goes under like the radar like a bit. Like I think he just impacts the game in a lot of ways that you don't see as much, like just whether that's just like drawing attention from defenses and stuff. I would say Brendan if I'm gonna be honest, but
now
another guy would be I guess Louis, but
yeah, who did I said Kellen Langlois, right?
Yeah, I said Kellen, and I think I just said Kellen. I think we all said Kellen.
I said Zach.
Yeah, Kellen.
Yeah, Clark said 3.
Or Curtis.
Yeah,
I mean, when he's in his bag, he's unstoppable.
Oh, his bag.
Colton, you said Miss Mollicone for the next question, right?
Yeah.
That is the only correct answer, and I'm gonna tell her tomorrow that you said that.
Yeah, definitely tell her that.
This is the only correct answer to this next question.
Wait, why? Who did you guys think who did they say the team MVP was?
I said
Biz.
I said everybody because like we don't really have like
it was so hard for me to choose because I think everybody it is so hard.
Yeah. So the next
it's not
question,
like an individual. I just think I would say like but I don't know. It's too hard to pick.
Keep on yapping, Max. Keep on yapping.
Yeah, come on.
Too hard to pick.
Oh, that's okay. See, this is why I'm not a Raider anymore. I'm not respectful or digital. Max ain't a digital citizen either. He doesn't know how to use this kind of stuff.
Doesn't know how to use Zoom.
I know.
Yeah, bro.
All messed up.
No.
All right. Wait, what was the next question? Miss Mollicone?
I'll tell you right now, Miss Mollicone is the only correct answer to this question.
All right.
We said what was it was like who is the most underrated part of the
community?
Yeah, so
in
like,
the community.
Miss Mollicone for doing the scoreboard all the time, Mr. Frank.
Yeah, Miss Mollicone's a great answer. I'll try to say shout out somebody different other than Miss Mollicone because Clark already did. Hold on, let's see.
You give Harry credit for singing the anthem because that's not hard, and he's only a sophomore too. Like that's
he did really well.
Harry did a great job. I think the MVP. I think it's like an MVP award, like multiple people. I think it's like the town itself that doesn't really have like a connection to the team, like maybe direct connection that still shows up and supports. Because like I'll say this all the time, our student section, it's so bad considering like we're the best team that the school's ever had, and we have probably the worst attendance that we ever had from the students at least. But it makes up for it with the town. because everybody comes out to support, and that's pretty awesome to see.
No, I think that's perfect. The town of Somerset and Berkeley.
Yeah.
Too. We gotta
Yeah,
give
Somerset
Finn and I
Berkley.
some love for Berkeley. We gotta make sure we shout out our town. Too.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, just like the town itself and the two towns, she's coming out to support, even regardless if they have a connection to the team or not.
Yeah. Last one I asked them was, what was your favorite moment during your playing time?
Oh, wow. I think my favorite moment would probably be that game against Mansfield. Just seeing how many people were there, that was pretty awesome. Just like you just like look up and it's like surrounding you with people, and it was just like anywhere you looked, it was crazy. I'd probably say Mansfield.
Yeah, they said it was 1,500 people. I think that was.
Yeah, that was crazy. That was pretty awesome.
And even like an hour before the game, like you had probably 30 or 40 students that were already there too. It was
no, they got there really early. A lot of kids got there really early.
Like pregame. Like I remember I was shooting by myself, like shooting around.
Yeah.
And there was like 2 rows of people. I'm like, what the heck?
Yeah. There was like
I remember
because people had learned from weeks prior that like if you didn't get there, you'd have to go up top, or like you wouldn't even be able to find a seat because like even Canton and Burncoat were like really packed. But
yeah, Burncoat wasn't as Canton was pretty packed. Like that
Canton was pretty big, yeah.
Yeah, so students
Burncoat was
show up
more so
early.
just like our student section was good, but then like I think more like as you move on, gradually more people are gonna go.
Yeah.
So
I'm
hoping we can get a really big crowd this Friday. That'd be nice.
Yeah, see,
Especially for the
if it's
students.
Bishop staying, that gym is going to be as packed as it was for the Canton game.
Yeah, it should be. I hope it's staying. That'd be fun.
See, I don't know. I don't know which route I would rather have. I think I'd rather have Minichog. I think I'd rather have them, but that's just
Them?
me.
I honestly don't care. I just like facing staying because they're like a more local team.
Yeah.
That's why like I hope that obviously you don't want to travel when we move on to the Elite Eight, obviously you don't want to go all the way to Pope Francis, but like I think it'd be cool to play Dartmouth or Burncoat either too, because like we played Burncoat last year and Dartmouth will be the third time playing them this season, but I think that'd be pretty cool. I just like the idea of playing like local teams or not local teams that you somewhat have a connection with in the playoffs. I think that's pretty cool.
I can see either Burncoat or Dartmouth beating Pope Francis.
Yeah, Pope Francis is good, but all those teams are good.
I mean, I'll tell you right now, I don't want to go to Pope Francis. I don't want to go.
Oh no. That's where's that? Springfield.
Yeah. Springfield.
That was it. That was all I had for the questions. I had fun doing this. You guys have fun doing this?
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Yeah,
a
we'll
lot
have
of
to do
fun.
another one if you guys keep advancing.